What's going on, snipers? I am Stock Sniper Mike, and we are back again with another OTC penny stock multi-month breakout trade review. And today we're going to be going over OTC sub penny stock DPLS and how we were able to take advantage of it when it was able to break out of multi-month highs and break past that pennyland spot. So before we get started, let me give you some highlight of DPLS. This is a stock that we've played before, so we know how it moves. It's always nice to profit off of a stock that you've played before in the past, because I always like to say stocks are like pitchers in baseball. Every pitcher pitches differently, but they all have the same objective to pitch the ball to the hitter. The same with the stocks. Every stock moves differently, but they all have the same objective to either go up or down. With DPLS, it has great history of first green days and following up after that next green day. And that's what we're looking for here. Now, if you look at it on the long-term chart, it actually spiked all the way from 0.03 all the way to 108. So that's about 300% it spiked in the span of 4 days. It's hard to catch that full spike there, and if you did, congratulations. But we are more about catching the move that we know about. So we like those spikes to go, and we don't want to have any FOMO. What we like to do is stay patient and wait for the stock to consolidate, and that's what this stock does. DPLS then dips from 0.108 all the way back to 0.06. And after getting a bounce from there, it starts to consolidate above 0.008, and then off to the races it goes. And that's the day that we're going to dive into. When the stock was able to spike all the way up back to the pennyland spot, that's when we started to eye it down. Now, you always want to have a good risk to reward ratio. And with this stock, we really like the fact that it was holding 0.09, and we like the fact that 108 was that multi-month breakout ahead, and we believe that it could push to that. So with the 0.09 risk and looking for it to break out of 108, we wanted to get in as close to 0.09 so we could have a small risk, and the upside is 15 to 20%. So that's what we're looking for here in DPLS. So we started to get ourselves in when it got a dip around 230. So we started to size our way in here at 0.091, and then we got some more around 132 when it got a dip all the way back down to 0.093. And that's where we got the full fill. With us, since we're putting a decent amount of size into these OTC stocks, we like to size into them to get a full fill. If we don't get the full fill, it's okay. You don't want to chase these OTC stocks. So once we got in at 0.093, we're now looking for the stock to come back above a penny, because that's a key spot in any sub-penny stock. Any sub-penny that breaks a penny is a very key spot, and if it's able to hold that penny, it's usually able to run. And that's what this stock did. We got a great spot with 0.093 risking 0.09, so just about a 4% risk, and the upside was 15% plus. So now we're looking to try to get that upside here on DPLS. And it ended up closing that day with a beautiful candle and closed all the way up around 103, 102. So it closed above a penny spot, and that's what we felt comfortable holding overnight. If you want to take that bag right there, you are up already 10%, and you can do that. We like to let the runners run, especially when we have a tight cut like this one. So the next day, I actually have a screen recording of us in the stock, and I'll explain to you how we were able to execute it and get out here. So that next morning, like I said, we're up 10% already, and it's not a bad thing to reward yourself. So what we decided to do is take part of our shares here at the bell with the gap up that it was getting. It got a decent gap up, and we're already up 10%, and the market hasn't been too crazy lately, so we're going to reward ourselves with 10%. After that, we're going to make sure to stick to 1 penny cut and see if we can get a push here. The stock opens up above 1, takes our fill, and then it decides to go. And this is exactly what we're looking for. As it starts to push up, you do want to think, when do I take this bag? When can I reward yourself? You never want to be greedy on the upside in this game, because stocks can fall right back down. So when the stock came up all the way to 1.1, we decided to start taking our shares, and that's where we got another quarter of our shares filled, and then the last quarter of our shares was filled all the way up around 115. So we got a top almost at that last fill in DPLS. Now the stock was able to continue a little longer, all the way to 1.2, but if you check it out, it totally collapsed all the way back down to 0.08 the next day. So it's important for you to grab that bag when the momentum's there and when you have buyers still coming in so you can sell to them. What's funny about this stock is it's very active on Twitter, and the CEO loves getting people on board, especially in times like these when the stock is hot. It's important for you not to fall for scams like this and people like this. All OTC stocks, or most of them, are scams, so make sure to take their news with a grain of salt. This guy was literally telling people to lock in their shares and be ready for them to burst open at 0.010511 that next morning. So this guy's telling people to buy more shares, and we're selling shares. And that's how you should take advantage of these plays. Since then, the stock has completely plummeted and came all the way back down to 0.07, pretty much cutting itself in half from the high of day on this day. So don't go out there and listen to these phonies. Don't get scammed by the scammers. Learn to take advantage of them. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this multi-month breakout in DPLS, and hopefully you guys can take advantage of the next one that comes around. If you would like to join the team, we're in the chat room announcing stocks like this all day, as well as putting them on our watch list, 2 watch lists a day, and talking about them after hours on our weekly Wednesday webinar. Click the subscribe button below, or check us out at thestocksnipers.com or on the Apple App Store or Google Play on our Stock Sniper app. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and I appreciate you guys listening. We'll see you back here for another multi-month breakout or trade review next time. Peace.